Very good afternoon, everyone. So we have in our class Aditya, Arpan,
Good
Ayush,
afternoon, sir.
Preet, Jamima, Naveen, Saurabh, Shreya, Tushar, and Vanshika. So great to have you all today again because this is extra and rescheduled class. So yeah, want to discuss one thing. Saurabh, would you be able to give your presentation on Monday? Would that be okay for you?
Yes, sir, completely.
Fine. So Monday, you and your team will present, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what. And who will be doing it on Tuesday? Shreya, whose number is on Tuesday?
Sir, Ishpreet's team has to do.
Yeah, Ishpreet, are you there? And one more presentation is
Yes,
left.
sir.
Shreya, one more is left after Ishpreet, no?
Yes, sir. Neha's team.
Yeah, Neha Singh, are you there? Neha is not joined today. Fine, so it is fixed now. Monday, Saurabh and team. Tuesday, Ishpreet and team. And then afterwards, Neha and team. Right? Okay, so yeah, just want to have one feedback from you in between. That how do you find these presentations, making the presentations and the way we are doing? Is it a good pedagogy or what? Means what do you think? Be frank. What are the pros and cons of this? We can just uh, discuss, or how it can be made effective also. Yeah, come on. Any of you? Saurabh?
Sir, I think it's a great opportunity because we come to know how. Actually, I come to know about the class. I'm new in it, so I know how everyone is.
So have you joined this year only?
Yes, sir. So I came from Dehradun.
Yeah, you never told me. I'm having my house at Dehradun itself. I was
Yes,
with
sir. I
Petroleum
was.
Petroleum UPS.
Yes, sir. I know. I know. I saw your YouTube channel, so I thought I never. How come I never knew about you? So I was there, and I got later admission in this college.
Okay, great. So it means you do not physically or personally know your teammates even. Is
Yes,
it
sir. I
so?
don't know anyone right now. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
great
sir.
that. But still, I appreciate your participation and all everything, whatever the way you were doing it. Really appreciable. Great, good. Yeah, Shreya, what is your opinion? Yes, come on. Shreya, Jamima, Ishpreet.
So,
Yeah.
Yes,
by
sir.
is we are able to know how to present and
But you made a good
yeah,
presentation.
it's a good opportunity, sir.
Okay. Anything you would like to share? Or in any way we can make it more effective? Because three presentations are yet to happen. So if we just
No, sir, it's perfect
yeah,
this way
Jamima.
itself. Yes, sir, it's perfect this way itself. Everyone is doing their part, and the quiz is actually helpful also. Like, whatever we have learned that day, we'll have a revision of sort. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, that quizzes on the same day is also helping you out, I suppose.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And that too framed by you guys only.
Yeah, and you get to hear our voices for the first time. Some of
Sorry?
us, some of our voices you might be listening for the first time, most people.
Yeah, of course. So this was actually in order to make the class more interactive and more effective.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that it will be a good idea. So thank you for your feedback. And anyone else? Yeah, Ishpreet, you wanted to say something here?
Yes, sir. Sir, I was saying we kind of get a confidence to present on a forum, and it's quite effective in learning also.
That too
Like the
online. Yeah.
quizzes followed by the presentation.
Aha, great. Fine then. So today we will be discussing some of the cases as such, right? And this is regarding the company's meeting and the board of directors. Hope you are able to see this. Okay, so this is the first question. XYZ company incorporated on 1st January 2013. The AGM should be held on 1st July 2014. ROC extended the time to 1st September 2014. Now you tell, is this AGM valid? Or you can say, is this extension valid given by ROC? You can Google down the provisions of Companies Act regarding holding the annual general meeting.
So, if I'm not wrong, annual general meeting had to be happen in every 9 months or something like that.
Not in 9 months. It has to
Like
be
twice a year, something. It
once
was
a year.
like
AGM
yeah.
happens once a year.
No, sir. After
You are very
incorporation,
correct.
they have to have a AGM in between 9 months.
Yeah. That is for sure. That is for sure, because whenever you just, you're very correct from that point of view. 9 months time period is there. So is this okay or not okay? Still 9 months are there, because if you incorporate on 1st January, 9 months are still there. 9 months of what? It's from the closing of the financial year. So financial year will close for this company also. The financial year will close on 31st of this March 2013 itself, right? Yes, come on. Yes. Anyone? Saurabh, you were on the correct track.
Yes, sir. I think annual general meeting is valid.
Okay, because it is within the time limit. Is it so?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. From 31st of March 2013. Saurabh, relook it. See the dates
No,
properly.
sir, it's not valid, sir.
Yeah. Shreya, why?
Because the years are different. The company was incorporated on 2013, but the ROC has extended the time to the September 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 year difference is coming now, sir. I think it's not valid, sir.
Yes, Saurabh? Even the extension is not valid.
Sir, I believe the information is not complete because is this an annual general meeting for the first time? Then it's not valid because they need to have it's a like one second phase is about to come, second financial year.
See, first AGM has to be within 9 months from the closing of the financial year. So the financial year closes on 31st of March 2013. Am I correct? And for 9 months from there is 31st of December 2014. Okay. Getting or not?
It's a little bit.
And even if the AGM is happening, it is happening on 1st of July 2014. It is long beyond the delay, because even the second year has also passed. And even the extension given by the ROC is also not correct, because ROC can extend only up to 3 months. So from 31st of December 2013, the 3 months are over by 31st of March 2014. That is the next financial year. So it can be extended only up to next financial year, up to 31st of March. And if it is happening after that, it is happening on 1st of July, right? No, ROC is extended. Oh yeah. Okay. Just wait. Just hold on. Yeah, you were correct, Saurabh. The information is not proper. Consider this 2013 as 2014. I have made it correct. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you tell me. Now you decide what it is. Incorporate on 1st January 2014, right?
No, sir.
AG
It's not valid. They can.
No,
So the deadline would be October. After October, they can't. It won't be valid.
So 9 months from why so? 1st January 2014, if the incorporation is there, then within 9 months it has to happen. That is 31st March, 31st of December 2014 itself, the maximum time is there. Now ROC has given the time to 1st of it should be 15 now. Sorry, it is one more mistake is there in this. This is 15. Okay, so ROC can extend only up to 3 months. That is 31st of 31st of March 2015. But ROC has given extension of up to 2015. This extension is also wrong. Is that okay? See this.
yes, sir.
All the dates are correct. Now see this. ROC can extend the time limit up to 3 months of the AGM, but not for the purpose of first AGM. This is again one thing, because this is going to be a first AGM. The extension granted by ROC is not valid even because it is going beyond the limit. Okay. However, it can be held that if the company convey the AGM beyond the time limit, meeting will be valid, but the defaulting director and the company will be liable for some payment of the penalty or the delay, right? So company can convene the first meeting within 9 months from the closing of the financial year. That is, what will be the maximum time? Up to 31st of December 2014, it should be concluded. Is that okay now, Saurabh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So next is your MM Limited obtained the certification of incorporation on January 1st, 2014. So what can be the last date of convening the AGM? This is again related to what we have just now studied. Yes, Saurabh. What can be the last date of convening the AGM? The first AGM. It should be within 6 months of the closing of the financial year, but it can be extended up to 9 months. So last date can be 31st of December 2014. Is it okay? The same thing
Yes,
that you
sir.
just now told. This is section 96. Okay, the company can convey its first AGM within the period of 9 months from the date of the financial year. And assuming the company's financial year ends on 31st March 2014, the date can be, maximum date can be 31st December 2014. Okay. Now see this. Yeah. Articles of Association of ABC Limited provides 25 clear days notice for AGM. Company conveyed the AGM by giving the notice of 21 clear days. Is the AGM held valid? Yes. What is the provision of the Act regarding this?
The provision says that the AGM should be sent by more than 21 days or more than 21 days. So I think
Yes,
it should be
yes,
valid
yes.
in
With at
Companies Act
least,
2013.
don't say it like that, Saurabh. You can say it at that there should be the gap. The notice must be at least of 21 clear days. At least. Use this word at least over here, right?
At least 21
So
days.
it is
Yes, sir.
understood that more is also allowed. Okay. So what will happen over here? Is this valid?
Sir, it won't be valid because it is written in Articles of Association of Company and they have to follow by their rules because. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
So I don't think it would be valid because in their AOA it has been mentioned 25 days. So that would be the.
Yes. Anyone else? Shreya, what do you say? Yes,
I
Shreya.
don't. So,
What is your opinion?
don't know, sir.
Don't know. Let me tell you, these type of questions will be asked in your exams, the case-based one.
Sir,
Okay.
I think it's 21 days according to Companies Act. I'm just
21
guessing. I
days
don't know.
advance notice is there. You are very correct, Jamima.
Yeah.
So here what Saurabh has just now said is valid and correct. Generally, notice of calling AGM is 21 days in advance is valid and proper. But where the articles have provided the more time, it means that article wants everyone to get prepared. Okay, and articles have actually facilitated, and it is a pro shareholder that they want to give them good time, enough time to just prepare and come and join the meeting and discuss the things or whatever, right? So they have given in articles it is given 25 days. So then 25 days will be applicable, not 21 days as given in the law. Okay, Jamima, I think your opinion was also the same.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. This is the next one. XYZ is a company conducting an AGM. Okay. There are 3 members personally present and 1 member present in his individual capacity as well as representative of a body corporate. State whether the AGM is valid. So this is from the quorum point of view. Okay. What do you mean by quorum? Anyone? What do you mean by quorum? Anyone of you?
There's, sir, a specified amount of people that should be there in a meeting.
Not amount, specified number of people.
Number, sorry.
People who are from accounting, they say only amount.
Yeah.
So it is the minimum number of persons to make a meeting valid is called quorum. Okay. So in this problem, is the quorum there? Yes. What is the quorum of holding a meeting? What is the
Three
quorum for
members.
holding a AGM in case of public limited companies?
So three
Consider this as a
members.
public limited company. Yeah,
3 members.
3 members. Public limited, my dear.
I'm not sure about public, but private would be like 3 to
Private,
1 member as
no, private 2 members, because there will be
yes, sir.
from 2 number of directors.
So in case of public, I guess it's 5 members.
Yeah, of course, Ishpreet, you are correct. In case of public limited company, it is 5 members. So is the quorum there? Yes, Ishpreet, tell me.
No, sir.
Can't you see there are 5 members over here? How many members are there?
So 3 plus 1.
That 1 is not 1, he is 2. Now go through
Okay,
this.
sir.
Please read this loudly.
Quorum for public companies, 5 members personally present at meeting. In the given case, 3 members personally present. In addition, 1 member personally present as well as he is acting as an authorized representative of body corporate. Here in this situation, he is counted as 2 members personally present. In view of the above provision, 5 members are present. AGM is valid.
Okay. So this person
Sir,
is a representative of a body corporate. He is on one hand he is representing the body corporate which may have taken the shares in this company, and he is as an individual capacity also he is having some shares. So he is playing 2 roles. Getting or not getting?
yes, sir, understood.
Okay, fine. Yes. Next question is also regarding quorum. Yeah. So who will just read out this? Vanshika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vanshika, read this out.
XYZ Limited provided in articles that quorum for the general meeting should be 7 members. Is it valid provision in articles of association? If articles provide that quorum for the company should be 2 members, is it as per Companies Act 2013?
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah. Yes, Vanshika. What is the quorum of a public limited company? We have been discussing this from last 2 questions.
Public limited, it's 5 members.
Okay.
And
So this
for
is a public
private,
limited.
it's 2.
So XYZ is a public limited or a private limited company?
It's private.
प्राइवेट लिमिटेड होती ना बेटा, तो यहाँ पे XYZ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड लिखा होता, PVT LTD. यहाँ पे तो केवल लिमिटेड है ना, इट्स अ पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. ठीक है.
यस सर.
उसमें कितने मेंबर्स होने चाहिए कोरम में? 5. बट इन्होंने आर्टिकल निकाल रखे 7. सो इज इट अ वैलिड प्रोविजन इन द आर्टिकल और नॉट? नंबर 1 बताओ.
So it can be valid as it is put in the articles. So the company wants those many members in the general meeting.
Yeah, so it can do so because
Yes,
article can provide for it. These are the articles of associations are the rules and regulations of the,
Rules.
right? So article is
Yes, sir.
providing how many? 5 members in the company. For its sorry, articles are providing 7. As per
Yes,
article,
sir.
7 members can form the quorum, and that will only be valid. It means less than 7, if they will form, it will not be valid. But the law says that it can be at least 5. So it means it is not, it is at least, not at most. Okay, so there can be more than members, more than 5 members also. Is that okay? So
Yes,
first
sir.
thing is very clear. Now you tell me, if the articles provide that the quorum of the company should be 2 members, is it valid?
No, sir.
Why so?
It's not valid, as the Companies Act only says that minimum number should be 5.
Absolutely. So you cannot supersede, articles cannot supersede the Companies Act. Okay. So accordingly, it is wrong. Article can't provide any provision which is against the provisions of the Companies Act. So it's given over here. Okay, Vanshika, read this out.
Quorum for public company is 5 members personally present at general meeting. Articles of Association of Company may provide higher quorum than Companies Act, but it can't provide lower number of person for quorum than Companies Act. In the first case, provision in article that 7 members shall be present at meeting to form quorum is valid, but in the second case, quorum provided as 2 is not valid, as it is less than number provided under Companies Act 2013. Articles cannot provide provision which is against provision of Companies Act 2013.
Okay. So you have resolved it very correctly. Very good, Vanchika. So next question, Shahid Chauhan. Shahid, you there, Shahid? अरे शाहिद बोल दो, पहले ही 7 ही जने क्लास में, मैं तुमको भी बाहर निकालूंगा तो 6 ही रह जाएंगे. अच्छा, ये अटेंडेंस वाले भी आ गए वापस. आदित्य, कौशल अग्रवाल, आर यू देयर? कौशल अग्रवाल, शाहिद चौहान, Shreya, you read it out.
ABC Limited is a listed company. Passed resolution for alteration in the object clause of memorandum by show of hands. Is it proper?
Yes, tell me. Means they just want to pass a resolution by showing hands, means raising of the hands, that who agree or who doesn't agree. Is that okay?
But it has to be passed this special resolution as a for alteration.
Yeah, what? Special resolution?
Has to be passed for the alteration in the memorandum.
See, let me tell you this, that
Yes, sir.
any resolution, any resolution for changes in the articles of association, memorandum of association, in case the company is listed, it has to be called, and it needs a substantial participation of the members of the company. So by showing of hands, it means that only limited people are being called for the AGM or EGM, because this is extraordinary general meeting or annual general meeting, will only in that case it can happen, because it's a matter of the entire company. So only directors cannot do it. Is it okay or not?
Yes, sir.
So general meeting is to be called, and when general meeting is called, it's a possibility that less people will approach. So there is one method which is called postal ballot method of passing the resolution. right? In postal ballot method, all the members of the company are supposed to give their opinion of through the postal ballot, okay, for the resolution to be passed, means whether the resolution should be passed or not, yes or no. So they can do they can have this postal ballot method for that. So that method is only applicable in case you are changing the articles or memorandum of the company as such, right? That what is the answer over here also. Okay, read it loudly.
As per postal ballot rules, any resolution for altering article of association by listed company should be passed by postal ballot. Therefore, alteration of article by listed company by show of hands is not as per Act.
Why it is not as per act, I have already told you. Because it needs a wide coverage. Maximum people should be involved. Okay, and people do not come for AGM or EGM, they do not have time, but they have time sometimes to just discuss about the company's issues. Sitting at their place, being at ease, not coming in the meeting. So from there itself, they can give the postal ballot. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Saurabh, Saurabh, next question for you.
Yes, sir. In
Yeah.
case of alteration of AOA to the deletion of insertion of provision defining the private company shall be passed by resolution through postal ballot. Is it as per the Companies Provision Act 2013?
So what is your what do you say?
Yes, sir. It's valid, so it can happen because we just discussed about this postal ballot. So I think
Okay. So in the previous question itself, we have decided,
yes, sir.
you know, but the previous was for a public company. Now this is for the private company. यार एक बात बताओ, प्राइवेट कंपनी में तो 2 जने होते हैं या 3 जने होते हैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा, मतलब या फिर 10 15 20 25 200 भी हो सकते हैं, सही है तुम्हारी बात। तो इसमें पोस्टल बैलेट करने की जरूरत है क्या? Postal ballot is done when it is widely there. When it's widespread, when we have to cover the widespread, na, then we go with the postal ballot system. So do you find is there any need of going with the postal ballot? What do you think, Saurabh?
So I think it would be a safer option to go for a postal ballot. They will be having a proper proof or something like that.
Okay.
So I would consider this as a better option than showing hands.
Yep. That prior to the Act of 2013, there was no need of postal ballot in case of private companies at all. But afterwards, after 2013, the minimum limit of the members, maximum limit of the members of private company has increased from 50 to 200. In that case, sometimes, postal ballot is good. Yes. Anyone else? Anything else? Yeah. Jamima. Anshul Goswami. अंशुल गोस्वामी पूछा तो क्लास छोड़ के भाग गया खुद ही। आदित्य।
Yes, sir.
Aditya, what do you think?
Sir, I guess it is.
Sorry? Shreya, what is your opinion? Can be done or not?
Sir, as you said earlier, if it has to be done if we have in some wide range of people. But in
Yeah.
case of private company, I think it's not as per the provision.
No, that is, see what the thing is, the law is the minimum.
Yes,
But if they
sir.
want to have, they can have. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Shreya, read this.
As per postal ballot rules, any resolution for altering article of association by a listed company should be passed by postal ballot. In the given case, the company is in question is private company. Rule of postal ballot not applicable to private company. But if private company wants to pass resolution about altering article, it can pass resolution by postal ballot. Nothing wrong in it if private company wants to follow postal ballot voluntarily.
Getting so postal ballot actually is a big thing which should be passed for this public limited company. That is a rule for public. Public limited company cannot do it with by show of hands. But if the private company can wants to, then it can do it. Okay. Saurabh, you got it? Saurabh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I hope Saurabh you can you know why it is correct. So the answer which you said was correct, but why it is correct you will be able to know it now only.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah, great. So next question for you, Ishpreet.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Ishpreet.
Sir, reading the question.
Yeah, read it loudly for everyone.
ABC Limited, which is listed at Bombay Stock Exchanges, passes resolution for buyback of own shares through postal ballot. Is action of ABC Limited proper?
Yeah. Now this is not regarding you know, this is not regarding change in the articles. Okay. So what do you think?
I think, sir, the postal ballot must take place.
Sorry?
Sir, I think it must take place. Postal ballot must take place.
Why so? Why do you think so? Your thinking is correct, let me tell you. But why do you think so?
So, because it is a special business.
Of course, it's a special business. What else? And
Sir, it is a
those
public
businesses which are
limited.
special should have
Sir,
wide
it is a
coverage.
public business.
And postal ballot give you a wide coverage throughout the company. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Read this.
Ye-
Read this loudly.
Yes, sir.
Loudly.
As per postal ballot rules, any resolution for buyback of shares by listed company should be passed by postal ballot. Therefore, buyback of shares by listed company by postal ballot is as per Act.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Hope you have understood this, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I hope we are approaching towards 2 o'clock. Right, and there are less people in the class, but I have a good number of three more slides are there, so we can see those also. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just go through this. Anyone can read it loudly. Jamima, you read it.
The board of directors of ABC Limited meet three times in the year 2014, and the fourth meeting, though called, could not be held for want of quorum. Examined with reference to the relevant provisions of the Companies Act 2013, that whether any provisions of the Companies Act 13 have been contravened.
Yes. Yes. How many meetings should happen in a year? How many directors meetings should happen in a year? Come on, yeah. One AGM is necessary and 4
At
meetings are
least-
required, na? Every
Yes,
quarter,
sir.
if you remember, and there should be gap of 3 months, if you remember. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, is there any contravention? Yes.
Yes, sir. They are happening less than the number of meetings mentioned in the Companies Act.
Yes. Now see this. Company must hold how much? At least 4 meetings at the gap of 3 months, right? According to section 173. Now the 4th meeting, and these all 4 meetings must be a valid meetings. Okay, so invalid meeting means there is no meeting at all. You cannot pass any resolution. You cannot do anything, right? So company held the third, these 3 board meetings, but 4th was could not held because of the sake of the quorum or whatever. Okay, so considering this, the company has violated the provision of section 173, which says that there must be at least minimum 3 meetings should be there. Okay. See this one. The board of directors of Messrs. Infotech Consultants Limited. Okay, so it's a public limited company registered in Calcutta, proposes to hold the next board meeting in the month of May 2015. Fine. So they seek your advice in respect to the following matters. Can board meeting be held in Chennai when all the directors of the company reside at Calcutta? Yes. Yes, registered office is at Calcutta, right? All the directors, they reside at Calcutta, but I want to hold the meeting in Chennai. Can it happen? Can it happen? Come on.
No, sir, I don't think so.
अरे यार चेन्नई घुमाने ले जा रहे हैं उनको, उधर ही मीटिंग करेंगे. पॉसिबल है कि नहीं है?
तो घुमाने ले जा रहे तो अलग बात है, बट दे हैव टू, दे
घुमाने ले जा रहे, यहाँ पे
हैव
नहीं लिखा है ना. मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, चेन्नई में मीटिंग करने का है. सबने डिसाइड किया वी विल मीट इन चेन्नई.
सर बट नोटिस में लिखा होना चाहिए ना कि दैट वी आर बिफोर दे वुड.
वो सब लिखा हुआ है, वो सब कुछ वैलिड है. तुम तो ये बताओ चेन्नई में मीटिंग हो सकता है कि नहीं? Come on. अरे बोलो ना भाई. देखो अगर ये एजीएम होता ना, एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग होता, तब थोड़ा अपन सोचते. तब तुम लोगों का सोचना सही था. अरे हो सकता है भाई, किधर भी करो ना मीटिंग, तो getting or not getting, you can have meeting anywhere.
Okay, sir.
Next step, whether the board meeting can be called on a public holiday and that too after the business hours, as the majority of directors of the company has gone to Chennai on vacation. अब बताओ. बोर्ड मीटिंग है, चेन्नई में है, ठीक है, सभी लोग चेन्नई गए हुए वेकेशन में, उधर ही बोर्ड मीटिंग करने का है, ठीक है, और पब्लिक हॉलीडे संडे, ठीक है, और सोच रहे हैं मीटिंग करने का कब? रात को 8 बजे मीटिंग चालू करेंगे और पता नहीं कब तक जाएगा. चलेगा क्या? डांस वांस भी होगा उधर, कुछ भी रहेगा, बार बार में भी जा सकते हैं, व्हाटएवर, जैसा नॉर्मली कॉर्पोरेट्स में होता है.
Yes, sir. It can happen. They are usually dining meetings and all that.
अरे
So,
क्यों नहीं भाई? Definitely.
Yes.
So it's a valid meeting, right? So
yes, sir.
it can happen. So board meeting can be held even on public holidays, and that too. And normally it happens only out of the business hours only. Yeah. Okay, because business hours you do not get time to just discuss all the matters of you can say what you call is the strategic matters for expansion of the company or so. You cannot normally happen. Okay. So it normally happens on the off hours only. Actually, anyways. So for third point is it necessary that the notice of the board meeting should specify the nature of the business to be transacted? Nature of the business to be transacted, should it be board meeting के अंदर? AGM नहीं है ये, board meeting है. बोर्ड मीटिंग रूटीन मीटिंग होता है. बोर्ड मीटिंग में इस तरह के एजेंडास कितनी बार नहीं लिखे जाते और कितनी बार ऐसे डिस्कशन होते हैं जो एजेंडा में होते ही नहीं है. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? ये देखो आपके सारे आंसर्स. Okay. So there is no difficulty at all in holding the board meeting at Chennai, even if the directors of the company reside at Calcutta and registered office is situated at Calcutta. Next is board meeting can be even in public holidays or out of the business hours. But if had this been a AGM, it cannot happen on public holidays, right? You know ना, AGM का रूल अपन ने पढ़ा था. पब्लिक हॉलीडे आ रहा होता है तो उसके हिसाब से फिर अपन लोग एडजस्ट करते हैं, एक दिन पहले करवाते हैं. Okay. Next is if the articles of association of the company are silent, the notice of board meeting is not required to specify the nature of the business to be transacted thereat. Okay. Fine or not fine?
Totally fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
Okay. So it's already 4. एक और केस देखोगे क्या? हाँ? Last one.
Yes, sir. You can go on.
लो देखो. Accurate Arcs Limited maintains the minutes book of the board meeting in loose leaf system and get them bound once in 3 months. Can it do so? No, this we have not studied actually, but this can be there. Okay. So board meetings were held on 24th March 2014, 15th April 2014, and Mr. Rameshwar, who was the chairman of these two board meetings, died on 1st May 2014. Okay. 15-16 दिन बाद डेथ हो गया लास्ट मीटिंग के. विदाउट साइनिंग द मिनट्स ही हैज डाइड. हाउ शुड मिनट्स बी साइंड एंड बाय हुम? बताओ. टेक्निकल है थोड़ा सा. और ये लूज लिव सिस्टम मिनट्स का, जहां तक मुझे ध्यान है, ये 2013 के बाद बंद हो गया.
Sir, what I believe in this case, he would be getting consent of all those people who were present in that particular meeting.
Okay.
Sir, it can either be signed by the chairperson or any other director who was present in the meeting.
Okay. In whose presence the meeting has happened?
Yes, sir. Any director who was present in that meeting.
Okay, good. What else? Any director can, or means the appointed chairperson?
Sir, the appointed chairperson or any director who was present.
Okay. दोनों ही मीटिंग्स के, 24 मार्च वाली भी और 15 अप्रैल वाली भी. वैसे 24 मार्च वाली मीटिंग के साइन होकर 15 वाली मीटिंग में दिखा देने चाहिए थे इनको. चलो देखो यार, टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे ज्यादा. नाउ सी, ऑर्डिनरी मिनट्स कैन नॉट बी केप्ट इन लूज लीव सिस्टम. मैंने आपको बताया था. The Department of Company Affairs has expressed that it would be in order if the minutes in the loose leaf minutes is in loose leaf form. Okay, provided that the adequate safeguards are taken against the falsification and loose leaves are bound in a books at the reasonable intervals, say 6 months. In this case, since the minutes book leaves are bound once in 3 months, it is okay, fine. Actually, we didn't have. I have never prepared the minutes in the loose leaf forms when I was a company secretary and I was doing the practice. Never, because this is always dangerous. Anyways, so it is allowed, so no problem. The minutes of the board meeting are required to be returned within a period of 30 days from the date of the meeting held. It may be signed by the chairman and of the said meeting or the chairman of the next succeeding meeting. So in this case, Mr. Rameshwar, who was chairman of the board meeting held on 24/3/2014 and 15/4/2014, died on 1/5/2014 without signing the minutes. The chairman of the board meeting held after 15 April 2014 for the first time may sign the minutes of the board meetings held on 15 April 2014. अभी 2024 मार्च का, अच्छा ये नीचे है. The minutes of board meeting held on 24th March 2014 should have been signed by Rameshwar himself, as he was the chairman of the board meeting held on 24th March, as well as on the succeeding meeting. There is no specific provision of the Companies Act 2013 as to the person who can sign the minutes of the board meeting held on 24th March 2014 in this case. In this case, hence a board meeting may be convened and the chairman and of the said meeting may sign the minutes of the board meeting held on 24th. Means those both of these minutes will be signed by the person who will be chairing the next meeting. Is that okay? Fine, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is all about your meetings. We had a good discussion and sharing of the cases also. So let me take the attendance. Anshul Goswami, Ishpreet Singh, Jamima, Saurabh Yadav, Shahid Chauhan, Shreya Dharan, and Vanshika. Right. Thank you, guys, for.
Thank
Yeah. So
Thank
So
you,
we don't
sir.
have any class tomorrow.
can we have a class tomorrow, guys?
So tomorrow is, I think, we are Diwali vacations, isn't it?
अरे ठीक है भाई, लेकिन क्लास तो हो सकती है. भैया दूज थोड़ी मनानी है अपने को. कर सकते हैं क्या? मेरे को लगता है आप लोगों का, छोड़ो यार, रहने दो. आज भी तुम लोग आ गए, काफी है. इट्स ओके, फाइन. सो नो क्लास टुमारो. ओके, एंजॉय योर वेकेशंस एंड we will be meeting on Monday now. Monday is 16th, right? So Saurabh, you have to present on 16th. Still the Diwali vacation is going on, so I do not want to take 2 days out of your vacation time. So we are already meeting on Monday. So is that okay with all of you?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So see you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice time. Have a nice day. And pay my regards to all your parents and to you also. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye,
Happy
sir.
Diwali.
Bye.